Well, heidi ho, everybody. Welcome to the Stratosphere Lounge. I'm your host, Bill Whittle, and here we are on another Thursday, April 11th. Good Lord. Where is the time going, I wonder? Anyway, good to see everybody. And I'm going to have to make this a micro show today. And what I mean by that is we didn't do very many questions. Thanks very much, Scott. We didn't do a whole lot of questions last week. I had so much fun talking with Natasha, so I'm just going to jump right into the questions. But yeah, I just have a couple quick little things just to chat about. Was it? I just Xtesh asked if I've seen the black hole image. I have. They took a picture of a black hole, and it's a long way away. It's a long way away. I want to say 50 million light years. It's a long way. And so you'd wonder how you could get a picture of something that far away. And the answer is you use a lens that is the diameter of the Earth. It's basically what it was. They used a lens that was the diameter of the Earth. It was a radio telescope image, and they would take a recording from literally from one side of the planet, and then they'd take another recording to the other side, and this is called interferometry, if I remember correctly. It's like the very large array you've probably seen in the movies, those pictures of the radio telescopes, just 30, 40, 50 of them. They're all the same size. They're all in a line. They're what they're actually doing is they're taking a much wider view. It's a slightly less powerful view, but it's more resolution, I would imagine. Anyway, yes, so they have a picture of a black hole, and what it looks like is it looks like an orange donut. And nevertheless, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see an actual image from a black hole, and it was really, really impressive. So there's that. We had a great time in Vegas, Natasha and I. Thank you so much for all of the kind words, birthday words, and all of that stuff. Means the world to us. It really does. And I just happy to be back. Happy to see it. It looks like from I think if you saw the kind of little mini firewall I did on the Grand Canyon experience. I have to say that my first impression there, I got off the bus and I was just dying to see it. There's just, I was like, just like it's like pulling on the leash, like a husky puppy. And then when I found out I couldn't go to the edge there, it just put me in a bad mood about the whole thing, As we went to the second stop, you were able to get up pretty much up on the ridge, but it just rubbed me the wrong way. It's just, I guess it's just I'm a little sensitive to that kind of thing. That kind of we're here to protect you from yourself. And anyway, we had a wonderful time. Although we both got very little sleep, and that next came back home after that, took a nap, and honest to God, I didn't think I was going to wake up after that. I really thought I was dying. So anyway, it was fun. It's good to be there, and good to be back. Been working like crazy on the latest firewall. It's turning into it's just longer than I thought it would be. So I'll edit it and then shoot this thing tomorrow. But it's called The Human Landscape, and it's about how the U.S. military treats its people and why I am not at all concerned about the future of this country. This is something they're talking about multi-domain engagements, land, sea, air, space, cyber, and then above that, all of that is the human domain, and it's just really interesting stuff. And I, as usual, wrote about 3 times more than I need But I will get that done tomorrow, so that'll be great. And as usual, things are moving along. Scott's got the website going pretty much flawlessly now. We're migrating people over from the old pay system to the new one. That's going well, and so everything's good. As I said, I'm going to do a short show tonight, and I'm going to get to questions. But I do have one thing to show. I did this. This took me about, I want to say, 20 minutes. The latest version of Star Citizen has some improvements to the face over IP. It's basically what I showed you before, where you could do the your facial expressions get translated into your character. And I just took a look at it with the new one, and I got a tiny little demo. It took me about 20 minutes to do. I tried to get this to look more like me, and I'm going to get my beautiful wife Natasha to help me with this because she knows what I look like. And it's kind of hard to model your own face, especially the way the Star Citizen thing is set up. If it were, I mean, obviously it would be great if you had like eyes further apart, eyes closer, angle on the eyes, nose length. No, you get 7 or 8 different heads, and you've got to morph between any 3 of them at the same time on a, part by part basis. So it's very tough. Everybody's giving me grief about talking before I got to the questions because I said I was going to go right to the questions. Well, hate the game, not the player. Anyway, here you go. So here it is. It's a very quick little thing. Consists of 3 shots, and I think the 3rd shot is actually pretty good. So I'll just play this without comment, and then we'll get on with the questions.
Well, here we are again, out here at Fort Olisar, checking out the new 3.5 version of the FOIP. I don't know. Oh, there goes somebody. Hey, look at that. It's nice enough, I guess, but it's not going to do the job. We both know it. It's just not going to do the job. Does this look a bit like me, though? I mean, just a little bit. Do you think I look saucy? And we might as well do one to check the lighting, because this is a little more dramatic, and maybe it'll make the facial motions look a little more believable. Certainly, if we zoom out, not in. Now, that may make it look a little more believable, but it's still not very good. Now, this is pretty dramatic. If the face capture was just a little bit better, you'd be tempted to think that this would do it. I just don't think it's going to cut it. I just don't think it's going to be good enough. But we'll see. Anyway, back to the show.
Ta-da! Yeah, the mouth is off. I had to it comes out about 15 frames out of sync, and that's a lot. That's half a second. It's almost just terrible. But I threw a radio filter on there and resynced it up. The last one I thought looked pretty good. And one of the things is I got this webcam, this Brio webcam, because it records at 60 frames a second. And when I set it up in Star Citizen and calibrated it, it was only recording 17 frames a second. And one of the reasons why the expressions, especially the mouth, doesn't look so good is because the sample rate is too low. 17 frames, it should be at least 30, and 60 would be even better. So obviously at 60 frames a second, it's sending 60 different snapshots of what's going on as opposed to 17, and since they're more finely diced, should look a lot better. I can't get it to work. I am thinking about talking to the people that do the FOIP, because they're building a special webcam just for this, and I want to maybe talk to them and see if they can give me a demo copy of it, because I think we do some fun work with it. But in any event, that last shot actually was pretty cool. I have to admit, it looked pretty good, and we will refine the face a little bit, make it a little less chimp-like. And that is the end of that story. So anyway, it's pretty cool, and the beat goes on. All right, let's see what we got here.